So my family is from Italy, and my parents were born in 1923, so they would be coming up on 100 right now if they were still with us. My father passed away quite young. He was 61, so it was about 1984. And again, my mom is, very traditional person. And so there was never a situation where she was going to get remarried or be with somebody else. So she lived the rest of her life for her family, and she was very independent. She did everything on her own, shoveled her own driveway, cut her own grass, did everything. And it wasn't really till her 80s, when she got into her early 80s, where she started to have some health issues. My mom spent a lot of time at home by herself, because as much as my sisters dropped by and helped her out, or other family members, she was probably home 95% of the time by herself. And, it really hit home after I joined Chartwell. I'd been in the role for a couple months, and I didn't know a lot about retirement living when I joined the company. I'd visited a few homes by that point, but it didn't really hit me until I visited Valley Vista, which is one of our homes in North Toronto, which is a very Italian-based home. And it was like going into the Italian club. And the thing you have to understand about my mom, especially after my dad passed away, was, she lived for the Italian club. So those moments where she would go and play cards on the weekends with her friends, she'd get all dressed up, all gussied up to go and play cards. That was her thing. That's what she loved the most. So she spent most of the time on her own, but that was her big event of the week. So when I walked into Valley Vista and I saw all these groups of people congregated together playing cards and socializing, they're watching the Italian soap operas on the TV and laughing and giggling. I just couldn't believe that something like this existed. And I remember walking out of that home that day on that tour and sitting in my car and just thinking to myself, oh my God, this is where my mom should have been. And we would have worried less, the safety and security of having my mom in a retirement home, knowing that if she did have a fall or something else did occur or a heart issue, there would be people there. Whereas, 95% of the time she was home alone, and anything could have happened during that time. So, when I look at, again, those times, I think, wow, it really could have benefited the entire family, not just my mom.